Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Today's video is the final installment of my sexual interlude series. Final installment of my sexual interlude series. Today's circle of love, circle of fire. Today's circle of fire Deamon side pieces. Hello everyone, my name is High Priestess Isha, and today's circle of love is, I keep on saying love, what the fuck? Today's circle of fire is Deamon side pieces. All right, now let's talk about Deamon side pieces. Totally do not want to be here. I wanted to be where I was at, but I can always go back later. Um, Deamon side pieces from my perspective. This is the last video within my sexual interlude series. I felt that there wasn't enough reference video copies on YouTube regarding behind the scenes from the inside out situations regarding different levels of etheric sexual exchange. So I just wanted to share my perspective from an insider's point of view, not from like a book point of view or a read point of view or even like a downloaded point of view. I wanted to put in the Wi-Fi ethers, I guess you would say a sex chronicle, if you will, of my different exchanges with ether, just in case anyone is wondering the inner mechanics of dealing with extraterrestrial or outer energy sexual exchange. You have to keep in mind, you guys, my series pinpoints physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual sexual exchanges. So you have to understand on multiple levels the sexual exchange that's happening. And I just hope that after watching the series that you comprehend that, you know, you're basically having sexual relations when you're up and when you're asleep. All right. I also need to share that due to the fact that this is the last series, this is the last of the installment. I wanted to share with you guys 11/11 is over. 11/11 is over. 11/11 2018 it's over. It is now 1 a.m. 11/12 2018. 11/11 2018 was fucking amazing, yo. It was fucking amazing. I scheduled this video a little bit earlier, but then something came up and I had to take care of what came up. Okay, focus, Ishra. I had to make sure that within the series, I just shared multi-level experiences regarding sexual interludes with my etheric energy exchanges. So keep this in mind, you guys, okay? I shared with you my personal 5 different sexual energy exchanges. But keep in mind, to be like honest, as a sacred whole, I've had, I believe, close to 1,000 different energy exchanges. I'm being honest. I'm being totally honest. And a lot of them I don't remember, but you can't forget the feeling and the knowledge you get from those energy exchanges. I literally have had quadruple the amount of energy exchanges, more so than physical human exchange. I really don't trust humans too tough. I'll trust the spirit before I trust the human. So just know that I opened up my private life to share with you 5 different exchanges of energy. But in all actuality, I've had in thousands within this lifetime. Okay, so let's get into it. Daemon side pieces. What are Daemon side pieces, Ishra? What are Daemon side pieces? Daemon side pieces are cosmic sexual exchanges. Some would call cosmic sexual contracts. Now, when we are dealing with Daemon side pieces, we are dealing with heavy. I'm so not ready for this video, but I'm just gonna wing it. I think I'm still sleeping. Okay. When we are dealing with human sexuality, we are dealing with an energy being that is within the avatar, within the body, and you are experiencing a sexual connection through usually the 5 senses: touch, smell, taste. Now, when we're dealing with cosmic connections, cosmic contracts, cosmic sex contracts, because when you're dealing with demons, you're dealing with high level of energy exchange. So these are usually exchanges that are purely energy, that are purely one energy entity to another energy entity, and you're feeling it and exchanging it purely on an etheric level. And as a high priestess beastmaster, I've learned to attune myself with the many sexual energies I've experienced. And when you attune yourself on a level of pure mental mind frame, the sexual exchange is just different, and it's a little bit more intense. Now, you can meet these Daemon side pieces through avatars, through a soulmate, through a twin flame, through a soul twin, psychic twin, through past life energies and situations. Now, these high level energies usually are attached with legions. Perfect example, my spiritual husband. I believe his legion is in the tens of thousands, if I'm not mistaken, my spiritual husband. So I'm used to fucking a couple of his. I call them fire angel buddies. I'm just being honest. And I know a lot of people will watch this video and be like, what is this bitch talking about? And if that's being the case, please stop the video, stop watching it, and go back to sleep and go watch a video about movies or love or something. Yeah, so my spiritual husband has basically 10,000 in his legion, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about the number. And I've had situations where I've had ether sex with a couple of his brigade or whatever. So the energy is very intense, and the energy exchange is very sometimes intense and sometimes hurtful, hurting, painful, scary. um, But you need to keep in mind that when you are having sex with a demon, the energy intensity is so large, so thick and cosmic that it actually is a major, what I call atomic Kundalini trigger. Now, if you are a person within the awakening, you know that throughout your life, you will experience these Kundalini risings that react within your body to give you plenty of signs that your thinking, your awareness, your feeling has shifted from one level to another. And when you connect with these daemon side pieces, you set yourself up for a potential for a major atomic Kundalini rising trigger. Okay, we see this in our twin flames. We experience this within our psychic twins. We also feel this within even sometime some certain soulmates. Okay, and our avatars, they experience this Kundalini rising through friends, through strangers, through teachers, through even narcissistic individuals, and also through volatile cosmic pimps. Because I feel that there are two types of daemon side pieces. Um, there are the aggressive, destructive daemon side pieces, like, but my husband has both. My spiritual husband has both because I've known him since a child. He's been with me since a child. And even though I don't remember my childhood, there's a reason why I don't remember my childhood, and I believe he plays a part of it. A lot of people says, oh, the issues and dramas you set up are within your mind. Yeah, I agree to that, but I didn't make up my bloodline heritage, and I know what my bloodline heritage entails, and my daemon spiritual husband is a part of that. And but when he visits other people, I believe he plays a very destructive role in how he interacts with other people outside of me, his number one spiritual wife, top 10 at least, because he has a lot. Um, so I believe there's two sides, two different types of daemon side pieces, and they can be destructive, like my spiritual husband, and not give a fuck and just be rough and not care, or they could be a growth daemon. Because again, I'll say it again, you can have the potential of utilizing these dark, fiery energies and utilizing them for your good. But that's only if you're an adept and know how to utilize the very intense energy that you receive from these daemon side pieces. They're very strong and they're very intense. And if you're not careful, they can take you to a point of fear, to a point of confusion, and to even a point of even talking about him. I feel like I want to smoke. And I only say him because I feel like the daemon energies are very dark. They're very potent. They're very sterile, dick sticking out, ready to get their fuck on type energy. And they're males to me. They're like males to me. This is the last episode. Oh, and warning, and warning. After this episode, I will not be speaking about my sexual private affairs ever again. I purposely again did this video to help other future high priestesses and other witches who deal with high level sexual energy exchanges with cosmic energy. So you know what it feels like, you know what it sees, you know what it's like to see it, to feel it, to be it. You know, examples and situations that one may experience within your regular physical humans that are around you, to see how these energies run up in the people around you and how they can easily slide into your life and fuck the shit out of you. But you could actually potentially use these moments of fucking, these moments of exchange, energy exchange, and utilize them for your good and become a master of your own universe, because you have the power. When it comes down to it, any of these exchanges you can potentially use for your gain and become master of your universe by tapping into your God mind and God body and becoming one with self. Now, when we are dealing with these heavy cosmic energy exchanges, you have to keep in mind that this is basically what they call a divine union in the cosmos. Like, whether it's a divine union that happens one time, whether you forget it, whether it's several times, these are divine unions. And the reason why they are divine unions to me, because this is my channel, it's because of the fact that the energy can literally open portals within your body to cause a crown chakra opening for you to connect with the cosmos and become one with the universe, master of your universe. So know that even though these daemons are pure chaotic energy, pure chaotic energy, they are still very powerful pockets that can potentially give you a atomic kundalini trigger. And for other people who don't know what triggers are energy sources that light, like a lighter or a firecracker, like a firecracker or a lighter that spark a light from darkness. And these Deamon side pieces are great for that. They're fucking awesome for that. And I have like two of them that I visit on a regular, or they visit me on a regular that I know of. And these energies have the potential to ignite, but they also have the potential to scare the fucking shit out of you if you're not knowledgeable within the origin of where they came from. But because I know about past lives and I read energies and I divinate with cards, and I've reached the level of my awakening where I'm a bad bitch. So speaking of bad bitches, hello everyone. My name is High Priestess Ishara, and I am the business page owner of Tantric Temple of Alchemy on Facebook within Life Coach Healing. We are a spiritual consulting firm that helps individuals tap into their God body and God mind. I also have many other services from face painting to massages for residents within the island that I live at, which is Hawaii. So please feel free to check out my services on my business page at Tantric Temple of Alchemy on Facebook. We are healing hearts, one heart at a time. And remember, sexual energy is more than just private parts getting into each other. Sexual energy is creative energy. And life coach healing helps you tap into that creative energy on multiple levels so you can start seeing change within your awakening path. Okay, now, so know that these side piece demons, they are pure chaotic energy. And this is why they have the potential to ignite and trigger, atomic dog, like doggone. Anyway, I'm sorry. My mind just flitted. Um, and also these demons, their origin is from the underworld. So they are beneath us. So they are in the darkest of the dark when it comes to where they sleep, where it comes to where they hibernate. Okay? And they're powerhouses. They're very strong. Do not sleep on them. And this is why sexual connections with daemon side pieces are usually sexual. Yep. Masturbation, when you're watching sex, when you're performing sex, when you're doing even sex magic. All of these are the doorways that the daemons get at you at. And because their language is seduction, they get a lot of no's, but a lot of the times the no's turns into yeses. And they're really hard to say no to because they are very good. They are very good seducers. Very good seducers. Okay, now let's talk about my story. Let me give you an example. One of the first demons I want to talk about is my twin flame. All right. My twin flame was a young drug dealing thug. Do you see the pattern of the men that I usually deal with? They're usually bad boy gangsters, you know? Before I even was ceremonially married to my spiritual husband, I've always had that desire and that dark energy in my bloodline to gangsters. And usually, if the man is not a gangster in some type of way, shape, or form, or an original gangster in some way, shape, or form, then I don't waste my time with it. Because to be honest, as a high priestess, I scare normal men. It's true, like my bloodline just wants me to marry a normal man, but those men are scared of me. Those men don't get me. So, what's up with my light? My light just fucking dimmed. It was fucking much brighter than that. Okay, that's better. So yeah, that's basically my problem, not you guys. But anyway, um, when you are dealing with your twin flame or soulmate, there's a possibility, and I even dealt with a daemon exchange with the African that I dealt with, that I got pregnant with and then lost the baby. Um, I remember once he told me, um, it was right after we had, it was right after we had sex. And I felt energized, and I was like, "Oh, it was a good session. That's what's up." This was the African, the wannabe African who had his father's spell book, and I told him, "Look, I don't give a fuck if you have your father's spell book. You try some ilmatic shit with me, I will I will shut you down. I don't care how much more business how much more magic you know than me. I will shut you the fuck down." And he was one of the first guys of magic that I dealt with. Warning, ladies and gentlemen, be very careful when you start dating these meta individuals, okay? Be very careful when you start dating warlocks and sorcerers. I've been through them all. Warlocks and sorcerers and witches and brujos and all of that good shit. Be very careful because they will try to ham you up on some bullshit if you're not up on your game. And thank God who the fuck I am. Like, I've never really allowed to go down any fuckery to go down in my situation. But he tried it. The African tried it. And I remember right after a sexual interlude with him, he was like putting on his clothes and shit. And I felt energized. I was like, oh, that was cool. He was one of those, get it in quick and how I like it. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Back then, I was one of those, yeah, hit it hard, hit it good, hit it quick, nut, and be good, be done. You know what I'm saying? So he had did that at that moment, and I'm very fire energy. A lot of people would be like, "Bitch, you a female? No, you the water side of things. No, no, I don't believe that. Fire. I'm strictly fire. I don't think there's any water here, and I don't think there's no water here outside of the water that comes out my yoni. But I believe I'm a fire element straight away. Fire snake energy, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I guess I would have to find a water source to calm these flames because my flames, they burn high to fumes. Like, seriously. Okay. So after we had sex, right, I was like, oh, that was great. And he was like, yo, I'm tired, yo. Yo, that wasn't normal. I'm tired, yo. He was exhausted. And it wasn't even a long session. He was exhausted. And he was like, what the fuck you do to me, yo? What the fuck you do to me, yo? He was like, what did he say again? He was like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck did you do, yo? I was like, I didn't do nothing. He was like, he was like, he was like, you did something to me, yo. You did something to me. What the fuck? And he just looked like he was drunk, yo. Yo, he looked drunk, yo. He was like, yeah. And so I tell you that just to say this, Daemons, because what I feel like during our sexual intercourse, my sexual, my spiritual husband allowed one of his legions to run up in him so they can tag team me or whatever. And still, I wasn't tired. Yes, Damon side pieces, tag team motherfuckers. Because you have to keep in mind, you guys, we're talking about chaotic energy. They can run in and out of your head. They can run in and out of bodies with the quickness and with the ease that other lower entities and spiritual energies cannot do. So you gotta be careful with them. And I'm not gonna say that. And if you practice enough, you'll be able to, to know when they pop in, know when they pop out. And that's why I laughed, because I knew it was my spiritual husband and one of his legions, tag teaming me and just using his body. And that's where the comprehension of my physical boyfriend at the time, the African, saying to me, yeah, you ready to have Rosemary's baby? They were just fucking with me, because they know I was raised in Catholic, and they know when I hear anything about devil, it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna get nervous or whatever. So these Daemon side pieces, they will fuck with you, they will tease you, and literally mind fuck you to oblivion, because they like that shit. Like my spiritual husband, I never get fucking tired. Never really get too tired. Okay, now remember, they'll come into you with your lovers, they'll come into you and strangers and all of that. So just be aware. Now, there are meta signs that you will. What the fuck, yo? There are meta signs that you will experience with your Daemon side pieces. And these meta signs are like, you meet a person you've never met before, and you just automatically quickly have a rapport with them, and it's so easy. You see yourself dropping your clothes like within 1 hour of meeting said lover, stranger, business associate. It could be anybody. It could be anybody. These demons, they're so strong, they can run in and out of motherfuckers quick, and the rapport is just natural, it's just free, and it's so easy. Again, you have to remember, these Daemon side pieces, their language is seducing. So even though you don't hear music, you can meet someone and could be having a conversation about a pancake. But that Daemon is purposely, and it's not the physical person doing it, but it's that Daemon energy giving you that, that mermaid sighing. Ah, 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 ah. And even though you don't hear music, these energies are so powerful that they're playing these orchestras of seduced, seducing seductory to the person that they're exchanging energy with, that all you're doing is talking about pancakes, but then you're getting attracted to this person, or you start thinking about this person in a sexual way, you know? So be very careful with these daemon energy. They are divine energy exchanges, and they have the potential of endlessness list, of eternal endlessness list, of pure bliss and forever growth and growing. But you do have a lot of them that are just trickster spirits that get off on ciphering energy. Okay? Now, also keep in mind, you can deal with like also the deja vu moments, you know? The deja vu moments are also when um, daemons reveal themselves to other daemons. Perfect example, my soulmate came to visit me here on the island, and I was driving him to my place. And as we're driving, and remember, he's never been to Hawaii. As I'm driving, he goes, "Oh shit, deja vu. Oh shit." And I was like, yeah, I know you're my soulmate. Like, you need to realize that we're soulmates, because he's an atheist and don't get energy exchange. And I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, you most likely did have a deja vu. One of your energies is reminding you that we had this moment already. You know, we've experienced this already, and this is just a replay. So they will show themselves in deja vu moments, and it's a perfect sign that your daemon is acknowledging his or her daemon, your partner. Again, the attractions are high, and there's also high visions. Perfect example. I remember when I had checked a physical person that I exchanged daemon energy with, and I remember we weren't even talking, but I was so cool that me and the physical person wasn't even talking. The one I met the daemon through, we weren't even talking. And I remember his daemon coming to me in a dream and warning me about a particular person that I was dealing with who wasn't really being honest with me. And he also showed to me that the person that I met that daemon energy through, that even that person wasn't being 100% honest. And the daemon basically reminded me to step back from both of them motherfuckers. So I did. You know, I did. So again, daemon side pieces can be very good tools, especially if they like how you get down. And they will, they will turn on their avatars and hook you the fuck up if they like you enough. Because when you're dealing with daemon energy, you're dealing with chaotic energy. And damn, it's been 44 minutes already. And if they like the exchange, they'll eternally be there for you. 1:37 a.m. here in beautiful Hawaii, 11/12/2018. Now, because of these high-level sexual exchanges, you can also receive body marks from these daemon side pieces. The body marks can manifest in scratches, I used to get a lot of scratches when I was younger, and it would always freak me out before I started studying about who I was and where I came from. I was in, and that's another reason why I did this series, and that's why I have my channel, and that's why my archives go as far back as they do. Because when I started doing YouTube videos, I made a promise to myself to not allow the fear of the spirit realm to consume me. So even though back then I wasn't as affluent in how I shared my information, I shared my information regardless because I felt as a steward that is my job. Even now, as a high priestess, that's my job to share the medical information from not an outside perspective, which a lot of people do, but from an inside perspective out. So, again, these demons will reveal themselves in the dream state. And it will be intense, it will be clear, and it will be detailed, very different from spirit energy exchange. Now, these body marks, they can come in scratches. I got a lot of those from my spiritual husband. And I just think he was fucking with me at the time because I'd wake up with different scratches. And I believe that's because I would fight him. And you have to keep in mind, you guys, these Daemon side pieces, these are like, again, mind fuck wars. And when you're mind fucking wars, you are having basically a sexual war with an energy source. Perfect example. I remember distinctly a dream I had. And within the dream state, I was having a fight with a daemon. Yeah. And he was cloaked in all black with a hood and a fucking crazy ass, big ass fucking long sword. It was like a sword that was a staff, and on the tip of the staff, it was a sword. I have another desire for a fucking cigarette. What the fuck? The struggle is real, you guys. A knife, like a katan, like a, what the Haitians call a machete knife on top of a staff. And I remember fighting the fuck out this motherfucker in my dream. Yeah, because he was trying to get the yogi and I wasn't ready to give him that shit. Like with Daemons, I'll fight them until they win. Okay? Same thing with my husband. I fought him for a very long time before I submitted to him. And I remember this specific Daemon that I was fighting in the dream state. What was I wearing? I was wearing a Amazon warrior type outfit, you know, looking like a girl that I am, but I was in warlike attire. Very similar to the what are they called again? The Titan, the Olympian. Oh, perfect example. You remember Xena, warrior princess, that type of outfit. And I didn't have a sword because I'm a high priestess. I just created fire with my hands. So I was creating fire, blowing at that bitch, like, back the fuck up. Creating fire and flinging it at him. And I was jumping over him because I can jump high in the dream state and do like Olympic type shit. And depending on the life we're specifically talking about, I can do many supernatural things in different planes and in different intergalactic galaxies or whatever. But in this specific one, I specifically spoke about the dream and about me fighting this demon because that's what having sex with a demon is. It's like a war. It's like an intense war between two fucking energies that can manifest. And within my dream, I had manifested this man in a dark hood. I didn't see the face, just a dark hooded being with like a staff, machete sword in one. And I had those fireballs like trying to keep him back, away from me or whatever. So know that within your dreams, these demons can transform and change into different things, and just know that they're transformers. That song, Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers. That was one of my favorite shows when I was young. Robots in disguise. They talking about demons in that show. Because that's a perfect hood song. Excuse me, a perfect hook song for fucking demons. Because they transform. They transform into things you like. My husband did that a lot to me. He would, when I got older, he would have me think about things that I liked and then sneaked in during my masturbation sessions and enjoyed sexual relations with me. This was before I knew he was there. I didn't find out my spiritual husband was there until later on in my path, but he'd do that trick a lot, sneak up in my masturbation sessions and have his way with me and shit. There are demons in the Bible. Saint Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, the one who came to Mary and said to Mary, you are going to have a child and your husband will be Joseph. All right, I'm going to let you guys know something that most people don't know, and a lot of people may not agree with me, but I have proof that it's the truth, meaning I was told this from source, from my spiritual husband himself, because Saint Gabriel is a part of his legion. He was an archangel, and I will say, I'm gonna go back to my song, Transformers, more than meets the eye. They lie to you a lot about in the Bible. Transformers, robots in disguise. Archangel Michael totally spiritually fucked the shit out of Mary etherically. And then Joseph, the human, just sealed the deal and gave his human semen to the spirit baby, to the cosmic baby that was already inside of Mary's stomach. I hope I got the name of the angel right. I think it was Gabriel, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on the name of the angel, but the angel that visited Mary and told her that she will have a baby totally fucked her after he prophesied they were going to have a baby, or he most likely fucked her while she was subconscious, and then he came out of her and then showed himself as a premonition of an angel with the message. However it was done, that angel fucked Mary, and Mary had that cosmic baby already inseminated in her. And Joseph just sealed the deal and finished the ritualistic process and gave her the semen that he needed, that she needed to actually have Jesus, the prophet. Yes, I think Jesus was just like any other prophet, like Buddha, like Noah. He was just more popular than others because the fake Jews personified him more than the others. Now, they have people like me in the Bible too. Mary Magdalene, the sacred hoe, very similar to me, the high priestess Ishara. They've really personified what used to be sacred as something bad. And I want anyone who's watching this that has had experiences like me, that considers themselves a high priestess, that knows that they deal with high level entity energies and that you fuck them on a daily basis, never be ashamed of who you are. We are sacred. And they perpetuate a lie that we are wrong, we are dark, we are disgusting, and that is not true, beloveds. Sexuality is divinity, okay? The mistress of the nation is just that, the runner of her estate, of her legacy. You are sacred and you are beautiful, and sex is divine. And don't let no one else tell you different. Now, when you're linking with these daemon energies, I'll say it again, you're dealing with very high level energies. So you could experience things like astral sex with these daemons, cosmic sex with these daemons, and you again also have the potential power to ignite atomic kundalini risings with these daemon side pieces. Okay? Now, let me give you an example of an no, this wasn't astral. This is more cosmic sex situation. This is while I was sleeping. I remember when one of my daemons took me to a communal room. And I only use room because that's the best way I can explain the ether boxes that you can go to when you're sleeping, where you share exchanges with, you know. Sometimes they're boxes, sometimes they're big, huge spaces that are just basically big, huge buildings of boxes, you know. Whatever the box you're in, I consider them like these ether floating boxes. And I remember one of the daemons that I was dealing with tried to take me to one of those locations. I guess he didn't get the memo that I'm a high priestess and I'm not really allowed to exchange energy with just anybody. And there were a couple of energies within the sex party, because that's what it was. It was a straight sex party. During the sex party, he tried to take me in, and before I was able to go through the doors, the energy wasn't right. I felt like there were energies there that I didn't fuck with, and I'm very particular about what energies I choose to deal with. So I pulled back, and I remember the demon was like, "Yo, where the fuck you going? Where the fuck you going?" Yeah, it's time for me to go because I can't be here because there's energies here that I don't fuck with. There's energies here that I don't fuck with. So I don't give a fuck. So I was like, I pulled myself back into my body. So know that when you are dealing with these daemon side pieces, and side pieces are not a bad thing, you guys. Please remember that, like, side pieces, they have the potential of really helping you if you're open to the help. Like, I have one side piece I fucking love the fuck out of. And I will not let him the fuck go. I don't care what my fucking spiritual husband says. He talks shit about him all the time. He does. He talks massive shit about him, but he talks quietly. And when my side piece visits me, like, he go does something else or whatever. Side pieces are good, yo. Fucking side pieces. Side pieces are amazing. Okay. Okay, grab your wits about you, Ishara. Okay, so know that these energy exchanges, they're intense and they're serious. So know that fear may be a factor of the exchange. So, ooh, so be very, very careful on not overdosing on Daemon side pieces, because they're like drugs, you guys. They're like drugs. So be very, very careful. And remember, this is coming from a perspective, it's a different perspective from everybody else. This is coming from a perspective from a girl who rather fuck a spirit than fuck a human, because humanoids don't really know what they're doing. Because humanoids don't really know what they're doing. They do the process all fucked up. Like, I can start fucking a daemon in the morning and not be finished fucking him until the evening. Like, because I can easily change up the sexual energy exchange, you know, and I could be fucking on the bus. Fucking my daemon on some old real shit. Okay. But I'm going to leave those gems to myself. You have to realize with your daemon side pieces, you're having soul orgasms. You're not only squirting through your pineal gland, but you're having multiple orgasms, if you do it right, through your chakra systems at any given time. And you could have them multi, and you could have them, and I've had them like simultaneously, all fucking 7 chakras, just like skeeting, skeet, 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 skeet. And they move so fast. They're fucking amazing, you guys. You should try it. And what I feel Daemon side pieces also do is they build a very good wall of protection. And you don't really, I'm not going to say that. You don't, no, I'm not going to say that. The protection game is serious, and the energy makes sure that there's a certain level of protection around you that's coming from inside of you, you know, and it's cool. I think it's cool. You know, some people are afraid of it and shit, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool because I know how to transmute that intense, scary ass energy. You know, it's all good. Also keep in mind the simultaneous orgasms. Yes, yes, you deal with simultaneous orgasms. Perfect example. I remember, bitch, I remember I was on the bus, right? And I was listening to some music, minding my own business. And then the thought of the avatar who's connected to the demon that I'm talking about came to my head. And I couldn't stop the thought. And there was no pictures of the person. It was just my mind permeating and vibrating the thought of the avatar who I met through the thought of the daemon who I met through the avatar. And because remember, the daemons are not the avatars. The daemons are just that, the energy within the avatar. It is not the avatar. Don't get the avatar you met, the human you met, confused with the daemon behind that avatar. telling you, that's an important factor. So then I kept on thinking about the avatar. I kept on thinking about the avatar, which ignited a transmutation within my body, and I couldn't stop it because I was on the bus and I wanted to not trip out on the bus, but because of synchro destiny, the whole back of the bus was empty, right? I was good. The whole back of the bus was empty. And I went, long story short, I went through these emotions and I literally had a simultaneous orgasm. And I had to release that root chakra. And I released that root chakra. I know everybody in the front of the bus turned around and looked at me and was like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? But it was a small amount of people because I know how to expedite the process to get it through and out so I can move on with my day. Because as a high priestess, if I allow that sexual energy to clog me up, it's just not good. So thank God I run my own business from home. I couldn't imagine going to a regular job. That is so funny. And like I said, the multi-level orgasms, you can potentially utilize them for your good. Okay? And just know, again, with these daemons, you do a lot of third eye skeeting, third eye soulgasms, which can cause your vagina, your yoni to actually release jism after the cycle is done. Because when your third eye orgasms, if you do it right, you move the energy up and down your chakras. And if you do it right or do it intensely enough, it could really cause a yoni orgasm after the brain orgasm. And you could literally do this by yourself without any help from a mate, but you could also try doing it with the mate, with other tactics or whatever. So you guys, to close this video, and I'm so glad I got this video done, to really tap into and maximize the energy exchange that you deal with daemon side pieces, you have to be able to look into the eyes of chaos. If you are not prepared or open to look into the eyes of chaos and face fears, because daemons, they're good for making you face your fears and look into your darker sides of you, because everything starts with you. And when these daemon energies come to you, the only way you're going to be able to potentially use their chaotic energy for your good is by knowing you, is by is by tapping into you. And who knows you better than you, right? Oh, I'm so glad that's done. I feel so much lighter, so much freer. This has been a circle of fire within my sexual interlude series, Daemon Side Pieces. Do you have a daemon that is kind of negative and aggressive and you want to learn how to deal with them, or you want to learn how to get rid of them? Please feel free to contact me, High Priestess Ishara, on my business page at Tantric Temple of Alchemy, where we can help you with just that problem. Because I'm a Beastmaster and I know how to deal. Love and blessings to you guys. Thank you for listening and thank you for watching. And I'll see you soon in my next video. Please subscribe, you guys, to I Am Ishara Please subscribe to HP Life Coach Healing. And you could also subscribe to my nonprofit organization, Mama's Family Circle, teaching children about God mind through music. Love and blessings to you all, guys. Later. I did it. I did it. I did it.